All right, so when people talk about tiki history, the conversation almost always starts with either Don the Beachcomber or Trader Vic. But here's the thing, by the time the 1970s rolled around, tiki had changed a lot. And one of the clearest examples of what it evolved into is Hawaii Kai, and today's cocktail is their Headhunter Zombie. It's a pretty solid representation of that change, and Hawaii Kai wasn't some little hidden tiki bar. This was a full-on Polynesian-themed restaurant and one of the most successful during tiki's second big wave. Don and Vic shaped tiki in the 1930s through the 1950s, but Hawaii Kai is what it looked like once it really hit the mainstream. It had big dining rooms, big presentations, and even bigger crowds looking for a night out. Seating hundreds of people a night, they really needed a menu to keep up. And these spots didn't hide secret bartender techniques or mysterious recipes. What they cared about really was speed, consistency, and drinks that tasted the same every single time. And you can really see that in the Hawaii Kai cookbook from the 1970s. You don't need a decoder ring. It's literally just, here's what we serve and here's how we make it. And their cocktails leaned into blended drinks, layers of rum, and fresh fruit nectars and honey, stuff that was rich and very sweet. And the design was perfect for a busy dining room where drinks never stopped moving, which brings us to the Headhunter Zombie. This isn't the original Don the Beachcomber Zombie, and it's really not trying to be. This is the mainstream restaurant-friendly version. It's heavier, it's sweeter, and extremely indulgent. It shows exactly how tiki cocktails evolved in the decadent 1970s. So, with that in mind, and in honor of the Hawaii Kai, let's make the Headhunter Zombie. To start, you need 1 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of honey, 1 ounce of peach nectar, 1 ounce of papaya nectar, 1.5 ounces of an 86 Demerara rum, and 1 ounce of 151, and 3/4 of an ounce of gold rum. We will then blend this drink for about 20 seconds with ice. Pour into a glass or mug of your choice. And the garnish will be a pineapple frond, 2 cherries, and an umbrella stuck into the straw. So, like right up front, you get a lot of that heat from the 151, and then the 86 is right there along with it. And it's not 86 isn't light in itself. And then you get that 3/4 of an ounce really just thrown in, because what's a zombie without getting you feeling really good after just one of them? But what's interesting, and maybe it's because I don't make a lot of cocktails with it, the honey it feels like it almost clings to the rum of sorts. So like you have that heat with the 151, and we all know if you're drinking Lemon Heart or a different 151, like there's that unmistakable burn with 151. But I don't know if it's the peach or the papaya. I'm guessing not, because they're lighter. I think that honey is really just kind of clinging on to that rum a little bit, because you get that burn, but you also get some interesting sweetness with it. And I know it's not the lime. It could be the papaya, and it could be the peach, but I really think that honey in there, because that honey is so thick, that it really just clings and kind of adds on to all of those flavors. So it's really interesting. But the Hawaii Kai cookbook can be found online. I will actually have it linked below. I believe I found it on archive.org. There's a million different cookbooks on there and recipe books for cocktails. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a pretty good cocktail. It's not, as I said in the open, it's not Don the Beachcomber Zombie. There's a million zombies that came and went after Don's really became like the drink before the Mai Tai kind of took that crown from it. And there's actually a really interesting podcast I listened to a while ago about one of the guys from Death and Company, who was trying to kind of perfect his own version of the zombie and serve it to Beach Bum Berry. And it's just really interesting how he talked about how he went through all of this. And then obviously in there, Beach Bum Berry talks about the different experiments and all the other recipes that he went through with the zombie. And now, as the cocktail scene has matured obviously quite a bit over the past 30 or 40 years, and especially with tiki and tropical cocktails over the past 20 years, there's a lot of zombie recipes out there, and they're all pretty stinking good. And this is one of them, and it's so different. Like it's so different from the normal zombie, and I think it's really good. So definitely go ahead and give this one a shot. I think it's fantastic. It's different, and I think that's what I like about it. Now, I don't always have peach nectar, and I don't always have papaya nectar on hand, so I had to go out and buy this especially for this episode. But maybe it's something I'm gonna start carrying a little bit more, because this actually is a pretty good drink, and it's gonna make you feel pretty good after just one of them. So let me know in the comments if you've had this drink, or after watching this episode, if you had it. So that all being said, thank you so much for watching. Akoli Maluna, cheers, and enjoy.